It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Ow.
In this game, we'll see Toronto against Charlotte.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. You can feel the energy here in Toronto. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. We've got Booker. Mirotic is out there with Bogdanovic. Then there's Richardson, and it's Walker in at the 1 spot. C-Web this evening, all the makings of a up-tempo affair. A lot of speed on the floor. They love to play, both these teams, at a very high pace.
They're trying to get good looks early in the clock, and I'll tell you why. Against a better defensive team, why slow the ball up and wait for them to get set? Against better defensive teams, you must speed up the pace to get an open shot. In the NBA, an open shot from a player that's in his skill set is a great shot. It doesn't matter if it's with 1 second left on the shot clock or with 20 seconds on the shot clock. So why not speed the pace up, see if you can get that early look. If not, bring it back out and then set up a play. But run, get it going, and see if you can get some easy looks early.
And David Aldridge spoke with Nick Nurse. David.
Well, Kevin, when I asked him about the defensive game plan, he said they have to clog up the middle and deny clean looks at the basket. If they can do that, he thinks they'll have the upper hand. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Walker. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Outside Butler. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter.
You know, and Butler wasn't a starter until midway through his second season. But since then, his minutes have gone up, and his productivity has gone way up.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Yeah, another first-year head coach who came up through the ranks as an assistant. James Borrego had been an interim head coach for the Magic in 2015, but he was quickly told that the permanent job would not be his.
Now here's Booker. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. Mirotic has a wide open look. No good with the triple. Matthews against Booker. And stolen by Mirotic. Walker taking his time here. Out to the right wing. Charlotte again missing. And talking about Borrego leaving Orlando, and in some ways turned out to be a blessing.
You're right, Kevin. I mean, he spent the next few years in San Antonio as an assistant to Popovich. His second stint as an assistant with the Spurs. The first time around, though, he was part of a 2-time championship team. This man has winning in his genes.
You know, the way Butler handles himself in the paint, it really impressive. Just kind of out-muscles and outworks anything the defense throws at him.
Now here's Booker. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Richardson kicks to Mirotic. Charlotte no good that time either. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against New York.
And I love the fact that they did such a good job of really reacting to what the defense was giving them.
Yeah, all about IQ. You're right. They made smart in-game adjustments. I mean, they seemed a step ahead all night.
Here's Booker. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Booker outside. Six to shoot. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game, and he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
In Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Butler in the corner. No good from outside. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Richardson, no luck.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic.
And how about the strength inside there from Butler? Just excellent at finding ways to get the D to foul him down low.
Charlotte trails by 4. Booker looking around. Shoots over Matthews. Here's Okafor. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basket.
Feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
On the floor for Charlotte, Bogdanovich out there with Richardson. And there's Kemba Walker. Then there's Nikola Mirotic, and it's Booker in at the 2 spot. Now, here's Walker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And that one drops.
And for a guy who only stands 6'1", Walker can be a strong finisher in the painted area.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handlers.
Butler in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
Richardson kicks to Booker. Over Matthews. That one off the back iron and out. And without a doubt, Kemba Walker, one of the league's most entertaining players.
And enlisted at 6'1", and that might be a stretch, but he uses it to his advantage, staying low and almost dancing when he's out there attacking defenders.
Booker with it. Matthews covering. Booker finds Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. A nice shot by Booker.
Well, that's a look they always want him to take, because if he's got the space, he's got the green light.
Toronto's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. To the middle, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
I've seen Paul make about 1 million of those passes over his career. It never gets old.
Outside, Walker. Right wing. Right side, Mirotic. Over Plumlee. Toronto grabs the miss. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And while they swept the season series against them last year, making it pretty clear how much separation exists between the two teams.
Yeah, a lot of people think the separation still exists, but I myself, I want to see what happens in this first game before I make that call.
Gordon against Bogdanovich. Back to Booker. Misses the 3. Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to Minnesota. Paul for 3. Kemba Walker with the rebound. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 5. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
And Matthews kicks to Paul. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Booker up top. He's covered by Matthews. Matthews against Booker. Shoots over Matthews. Can't hit from 12. It could go. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. What a start for Jimmy Butler. He had 13 points and 1 assist. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks.
And it's just about...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, and a few times he's done a good job of initiating contact, yet getting the foul call on the defender.
They've got Plumlee, Aaron Gordon out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Matthews, and it's Paul in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. As you talk about IQ for the game, skill and competitive desire, you can rival Chris Paul.
Well, his buddies LeBron and Wade tease him about having a Napoleon complex. But whatever the reason, his motivation and perfection, it's impossible to stay.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. A chance to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for Toronto.
And the front court really has been getting the job done, scoring the lion's share of the points and really causing all sorts of problems for the opponent. They are a big-time key in why they have such a nice lead to this point.
We've got so many young, exciting players in the NBA right now, Chris. When you think about the league's best player, the league MVP, in, say, 7 years, what names come to mind?
That's a great question. I mean, you have to think about guys like the Greek Freak.
Or even 5 years. It doesn't have to be that long.
Yeah, but just the potential. I know what you're saying there, Kevin. I mean, Embiid, Ben Simmons, the Greek Freak.
Tatum.
Wow.
I know.
Tatum, this is just so... you could just go to all the young teams and say, these guys are next. I mean, all you got to do is look at the rookie, sophomore, the phenom game and just close your eyes and pick any of those guys because you know that they're talented. But yeah, the Greek Freak, Anthony Davis, Embiid, I think those are all safe bets.
Butler passes to Matthews. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Charlotte trails by 6. There's Walker with the 3. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, the shooter of Walker's caliber, I mean, you can't allow him to shoot with his feet set.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And Walker kicks to Booker. And the 3 off target.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Wesley Matthews on the wing. Defended by Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Matthews dishes to Plumlee. And Paul launches it from deep. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
They get the rebound. Mirotic off target at the rim. Toronto leading by 5. Butler from outside. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Inside, and the dunk by Booker.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, I know he's not the #1 priority for the defense, but they still got to give him some attention, guys.
Walker finds Mirotic. Now Bogdanovich. He's guarded by Plumlee. Mirotic against Plumlee. Booker outside. Again, the miss by Booker. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Toronto. They've led by as many as 11 points. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Here's Charlotte now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Booker against Matthews. Now here's Booker. Not a lot of room. They grab their own miss. Mirotic, and it's sent back by Plumlee.
Oh! How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot?
That was from the parking lot.
That's amazing. And so it's Toronto, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. We've got Kemba Walker. Richardson is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Nikola Mirotic, and it's Booker in at the 2. Outside Butler. Chalk up 2 there. And Toronto leads by 6.
And Butler knows how to take over games. Really good with his shot selection down the stretch.
And Walker kicks to Booker. Shoots over Matthews. Here's Bogdanovich, and it's blocked by Gordon. And he recovers it. Toronto leading by 6. Outside Butler. A floater. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they've built. They really captured the momentum.
Outside, Walker. In the corner, it's Richardson. Right side, Mirotic. Drains it from beyond the arc.
This is what Mirotic does best. A knockdown 3-ball specialist. Doesn't hesitate in pulling the trigger.
Paul with the ball. Pass to Gordon. From down in the low post, it goes.
Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
Matthews against Booker. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Matthews scanning the floor. There's the feed to Plumlee. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. That's a foul on Charlotte. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that stretches their lead to 8. And there's 1:45 left to play in the final quarter. Booker against Matthews. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Both free throws good from Booker.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Toronto leading by 6. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth. Paul kicks to Matthews. Walker against Paul. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by Richardson.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
Here's Booker. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
And the basket by Gordon.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 9. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Toronto. Fultz comes in for Chris Paul. OG Anunoby's checked in for Charlotte.
Did you see that? And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
And defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Top of the key, Butler. Again, Toronto.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're trailing by 10. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
All you can do at this point is focus. Dial in on each moment. Do your best. You can't get consumed over the score.
Here's Paul. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Young black business owner, whoa, sir.